one guy B. I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head?
Hi, my name's Harvey Cohen, and I am the arranger, conductor, co-producer. Well, it has a lot to do with my background. I mean, I'm also Jewish, and I was raised on that same type of music. I mean, when other kids my age were listening to rock and roll, I was listening to Count Basie and Frank Sinatra. So I got that stuff in my blood at a very, very early age, and that's the stuff that I related to first.
Harvey was quite a complicated person. He was fraught with anxiety about his weight. He had definitely had a weight problem his whole life, and he was fraught with anxiety over acceptance by the community, which by the number of awards he got, including the Emmy Awards and the BMI Awards, and recognition from the Society of Composers and Lyricists, and his reputation as one of the most liked composers, arrangers, orchestrators in Hollywood.
My love of music has always helped me get through everything in life. Harvey instilled that love of music for me. I'm making this documentary because music is my life. It's my fire, it's my passion. It's what keeps me moving every day. My love of trombone didn't just come from annoying my brother or from being in a musical family, but it came from the memories that Harvey left with me. Music was our thing. It was like when I was playing music with him, I felt like no one was around. It was like I was in this cloud, this like bubble. It was just, I felt like myself. I don't know what it is that Harvey brought to me for music. I know it's that passion and that love, but there's something he instilled in me that I can't explain, that I wish I could explain that feeling, because I want everyone to have that. He loved what he did, and that just rubbed off on me. He inspired me. He pushed through his weight issues. And I have that same struggle. I feel like I'm a mini short version of Harvey, just wanting to break free from something that encapsulates me. And music is that. I don't feel like I'm judged, and he allowed me to feel that way. Seeing what he did, Harvey, the person he was, but the music that he created that just put a smile on people's face. And the only way to do that was to take the music that was left, that he put his stamp on in this world. And for me, I came home telling my mom, I need this music. It's what's gonna make this piece big. It's what's gonna allow people to get into his music world, his music mind, his music genius. And there was a box on the floor in the office, probably about 20, 30 CDs. And I saw this and I'm like, wow, this myriad of choices is just sitting here. And I pick the ones I want. I get back to school and I'm listening to all this, and it wasn't necessarily his music that really touched me, but I was looking through photos on a CD for his ASMAC lunch award that I went to, and found this video I didn't know was on the CD. I watched back the CD. I heard him say, "My stepdaughter Rachel."
My stepdaughter Rachel, and my life partner, a significant other. What do we call you?
Now we're stuck with each other.
Yes. Marilyn, please stand up.
And I remember it still fresh in my mind, him saying that. And I started bawling my eyes out and choking up and felt like I was suffocating. I hadn't heard him say my name. And probably, I think it's been 8 or 9 years. I got so emotional I had to leave my room. And it was then seeing him. Just seeing, wow, he looks so happy, but then looking back and knowing he's not here anymore. My memories are through his voice. And hearing his music, it's just a talent and a genius that's lost. It just felt like things were slowing down. Not gonna lie, I think I've shed a lot of tears. Even still, when I hear his voice again or listen to his music, I break down and cry.
He was at the University of Hartford College, and I would go visit him. I would see the scores there.
Ai de mim, querida, ai de mim, não sei viver tão solitário.
It's happening everywhere. It's the miracle of light.
They call me Cuban Pete. I'm the king of the rumba beat. When I play the maracas, I go chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom.
Harvey died on January 14th, 2007. I remember the day very, very clearly. It was so unseasonably cold in Los Angeles that day. There was ice on the sidewalks. And he had gone to the gym, and I found out later he had gone to IHOP and had breakfast. And he had also gone and taught a private lesson. And he came home. I was home with my daughter, Rachel. Something just doesn't feel right. I said to him, what, honey? And he said to me, he pointed, he moved over here, and he pointed, and he said, it just doesn't feel right. And I said, you think it's your heart? And he says, no, it doesn't feel like, I had a heart attack before. That was painful. I knew it was coming on. So I asked him if he wanted to call 911. He says, no, I don't think so. It just feels funny. Anyway, 5 minutes later, he says to me, I think you should call 911. So I called 911, and the ambulance came, and they said, it's just a cold. It's just, he had a little bit of a cough. What it actually was the congestive heart failure. and his lungs were filling up with fluid. But we didn't know, and I didn't know, and the paramedics didn't know.
When I got the CDs, I thought they were just his compositions that went with the scores I have. I didn't realize that he was actually singing. The first time I heard him sing was really the first time I heard his voice, even before he said, "and my stepdaughter Rachel," which was on the video from the Asinag lunch. I called my mom to ask her to come home for all these CDs. And she's like, "Listen to what I found." She found the CDs of Harvey not only singing, but his scores and people playing those scores. And she's like, "Listen to this." I'm like, "Who is that? Like, what are you playing me?" I was like, "Oh, is that Frank Sinatra?" I'm like, "It's jazzy, sounds like Frank, that really distinct tone, timbre." She's like, "No, that's Harvey." I'm like, "Don't joke with me. Please don't." And I swore over the phone, I'm like, "Wait, what?" I didn't even know Harvey sang. I thought he just was a woodwind player, an accomplished composer and arranger. I'm 25 and I've lived my whole life not knowing he sang. Like, and wish I could have sang with him and sang beautiful duets. And when I heard him sing, I was just like, wow, he sounds like Frank Sinatra. And ironically, Frank Sinatra is his idol. And it makes sense now because we have a picture of Frank Sinatra in the office that he composed and arranged music. And everything is just tying in. And as I go through this project, I'm learning more and more. And it's just, not only is there but just hearing him sing, it's like, he was actually pretty good. And I'm like, wow, now I see where his composing and arranging really came from, and his ability to sing and move, at least myself. I don't know what he did for others, but this is something I didn't know until after he passed away, and listening to him sing really helped me to keep hearing his voice and to really feel something.
It is such an ancient pitch.
And you will have missed me growing, and you'll have missed me crying, and I'll have missed your laugh.
My heart is sad and lonely. That's too high. Let's see, D flat. Let's try B flat. So C minor 7. My heart is sad and lonely. For you I sigh. For you, dear, only. Why haven't you seen it? I'm all for you. How about we'll go on the word soul, on the word soul, coming out of the, yeah, all right, bridge is good, bridge is good. Oh. It's going to go up a half step.
Right, so the B flat is so.
Right? Da 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 dee dee. Do 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 dee 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 dee. And then minor.
I'll figure it out.
Okay. You're there. You're cool. All right, so let's start.
I'll try to get this.
My heart is sad and lonely. For you I sigh. For you, dear, only. Why haven't you seen it? I'm all for you, body and soul. I spend my days in longing, wondering why it's you you're wronging. I tell you I mean it. I'm all for you, body and soul.